Greetings, fellow TIs. I want to share some very interesting stuff, and I want to share with people some things that can potentially help you to make some money and improve your life. Before I start, I want to send love towards you fellow TIs, good vibrations, and also encourage people to pray for NSA whistleblower Karen Stewart, Secret Service agent Donald Jackson, U.S. Naval officer former David Vago, and other whistleblowers which have come from the FBI, like Gerald Susby, who's an ex-FBI agent, and people from the U.S. Army, Air Force that have come forward about these programs, along with other politicians which have clearly stated that DHS, fusion centers, and local police are now adopting these Stasi-type tactics, which were used in Germany under the Blue Lodge Freemason police, is what I call it, because these people were all Blue Lodge Freemasons. And we know that these Stasi-type tactics, which are used by the CIA, fusion centers, they work together, the FBI, they've been linked to mass shootings. According to medical professionals and medical science, this can be proven in a court of law. So we need to pray for our country, and we need to speak against these agencies which are conducting activities on U.S. soil that are based on domestic terrorism, according to U.S. law. Now, we know that the CIA operates in high schools, colleges, universities, the FBI too, in colleges and universities, vocational schools. So we need to pray for our students in schools. We're having too many mass shootings. It has to stop. So I want to encourage people that are fellow TIs to check out my course. Hold on one second. I used NetStat a little while ago on command prompt because my computer is being hacked while making this video. When I move my mouse, it goes all the way down. Now, I made a course called Learn Forex Trading for Newbies. I'm not going to place the link underneath this video because I don't want people getting the free code. I'm giving away this course for free. I'm not expecting anything. I don't earn any affiliate commissions. I'm not even selling you nothing. So I'm going to place a code underneath this video, and you'll see the word Udemy, and then I'll put code next to it, and I'll add the code, and you enter that code when you sign up. You can take this course for free, and it's pretty interesting. I had a neighbor which did it on the side, and he got two houses doing this on the side. You can start off with small amounts of money. You can join any Forex trading site. But the course is for free. I'm selling it for like $24.99, but Udemy has it for $14.99. It may go down lower, but with the code, you can use it for free. So just go on Udemy, and then where it says search for courses, type up Learn Forex Trading for Newbies. So, hold on one second. I have my web browser up. So I want to share something else I'm doing. It's pretty interesting. It's called scalp micropigmentation. The average treatment, I believe, is around about $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000. And you can go to what's called DermaMatch. It's DermaMatch.com. They have a lot of sites, DermaMatch does, but you want to go to this site because you can click on the right side and it says vendor products, and you can find pictures you can use for your website if you want to market this. They allow you to use it. They even have tips on how to do scalp micropigmentation without paying any money. But I would encourage people to maybe look at Scalp Aesthetics. They have a course, or look at getting hands-on training, because if you use regular tattoo needles and ink on someone's head, the results can be disastrous. Look at videos on people that their lives have been destroyed because of this. So you want to know what you're doing, because you don't want to harm no one and destroy no one's life, or they have to get laser treatments to remove this. You want to use ink, certain types of ink, and you want to look at videos maybe like one here called how to mix ink for hair tattooing or scalp micropigmentation. Now I want to show you guys a way you can start off for less than like $30. You can literally go out and get this like power supply here. It's pretty cool, and it has a line on the front of it, a foot pedal, and a person can, I wouldn't recommend it doing on no one like this, but you could do it until you got one cell, then buy the real equipment. But personally, I think if I was going to do this professionally for a living, I would Dermamatch's complete kit or a kit from Scalpa. But if you're like dead broke and don't have anything, you could do this. So there's this a company called Dermamatch. You can do research on Amazon or their site, and then they have instructions. They'll say use a certain type of needle for African Americans or for Hispanics or for certain type of things. Like you use a certain needle for the front of the head or the back of the head. Let me see if it's on this box. So I bought these needles, and you see they gave me a free sample, and then each box is $29, and they gave me a free sample. So I ended up getting 4 boxes total. I don't know if it's coming on the camera. So that was pretty cool. So, and you can buy these tattoo machines. It's called the Homi Professional. You can also search for it on YouTube, called the Alloy Rotary Tattoo Machine. Same thing, and it should look like this. And I just put a Dermamatch scalp micropigmentation needle in there, and I wedged a little piece of paper. You can wrap it around the needle, and it should not come out. Should not feel too much vibration, and it won't even budge. And I can literally use this for the whole day or for weeks, and it won't even budge. Just practicing on scalp micropigmentation skin. I'll practice on the back of it, and you can see how I've been replicating hair follicles and playing around and practicing. And then I'll have like stuff. It's like a plastic thing. There's 100 of them. Pay like $1 or $2, and you can cover the whole thing. Learn about sanitation. You want to look at the Red Cross website, and a lot of states require you to take the blood and pathogen Red Cross certification tests. A lot of states require that. Some states require you to sign up with like the Department of Health and Human Services, which is tied to this gang stalking movement, by the way, which sucks. But some states may let you get away with calling it tattooing, because if you're using tattoo ink and you're diluting it, this is pretty much permanent. But there's a lot of companies that are doing this with semi-permanent ink, and it fades away in 3 years. With this, it could last for years. So you want to do research, look at instructions, look at waiver forms, and spend a long time. Spend at least 100 hours learning about sanitation, cleanliness, forms, taxes, state laws, or do Google search. States that will allow you to do this. I think it's Idaho is one of the few states that doesn't require any information. You just do it. So, but you want to know about sterilization, bleaching your equipment, covering things, and look at what other people are doing. So I don't encourage people to just jump into this unless they have a little bit of practice like I have. But it's pretty cool. A person can charge, a couple $1,000s per person. As a matter of fact, I applied for a job a while back, and their starting pay, I think, is like $55,000. I've put out some resumes. I contacted one company, and they told me I did good with the interview. They're going to contact me back for training, but I'm going to deny it because I'm thinking about moving. Now, as most TIs know, I was looking at declaring political asylum just a few months ago. And by selling my car and getting rid of it, I've reduced my gang stalking by 99.9%. I actually enjoy living. But it was getting so bad, the harassment that I was experiencing, I was actually looking at, sacrificing my life. And in my mind, that's how I seen it, getting these scumbags off our streets, because I was sick of it. I was being harassed by my neighbors. And these people don't know me. I'm a good person, but I'm like any person. If you harass someone too much, they can lose their cool and say enough. And I was being harassed by my neighbors and this neighborhood watch group. So it took me a while, and I discovered that a lot of this was coming from local police, emergency management, locals, a lot of Jewish people. And I actually caught a lady that I exited the FBI office when I went to seek help. Months prior, she was pretty much stalking me around the community, wearing all black at this, it's called Tarleton Law Library. So this movement is tied to the FBI. I mean, Congress can't do anything to debunk it, the CIA, the NSA, but they will use people to go online and say, oh, gang stalking isn't real, and it's like we have soldiers, that have been brainwashed. I love our country. I'm patriotic, but we have soldiers like, you ever heard of the project? It's called the Wounded Warrior Project. You have a lot of people that say, I lost my leg for my country and I'll do it again. That's nice and dandy, but we already lost our country. Let's look at the rural areas of Texas. 30 cameras on a street pole. It's not freedom, but I still love my country. and we still have freedom of speech. Even though um, Alex Jones was pretty much kicked out of YouTube, we're being moderated by the ADL and the Southern Poverty Law Center. You know, I think they're friends with Antifa, designated terrorist group, and they used to be partnered with Department of Defense, and people were being targeted because they were like, we don't like this person or this group, or we don't like this church or pastor because they support family values. They're against homosexuality, so they're a hate group, because they support Christianity. So that's like, hey, if you are against the church, could say, hey, technically they're a hate group if you think about it. If they don't, in those Christians' eyes, if you don't support family values. But now society has changed. We see that there's churches that are embracing the homosexuality. But I believe we should love all people. And when these gang stalkers, they're not showing you no love. They're not going to try to help you out like I am. I'm not seeking no money or nothing. I'm not giving something to expect something back. So that's when you know when someone cares. If I was expecting something back, but hey, can you donate underneath my video? But if you check out my video, it's called Free Money for Targeted Individuals. You will see, it's from my other YouTube channel, you will see some pretty cool stuff. And if I do have an old Bitcoin address where it says donate, disregard that because I don't use none of that stuff no more. I'm not in this for the money. I'm not paid to stand for dignity. I'm just in this to help other TIs because I'm against activities that cause